101 Kabbalah, the world started with the great Tzimtzum, that God created a space within which creation could take place. So there is a limit to the Elokus that can be revealed in the Kodesh Kodashim. There has to be a wall that shuts off this revelation of Elokus in the Holy of Holies from the space outside it. And in order for the light to be revealed outside, there has to be some gateway or window which allows a muted level of the light that is within to spread out to the next level. And this is one of the klalim, one of the principles that helps us to, that guides Romchal through the journey around the temple, because each time we get to a gateway, we have to understand what is the walls of the space of the gateway keeping in, and what of that light is now able to get out to a lower level. And here we have the Kabbalistic concept well known to all students of Kabbalah, that with every downward level from Atzilus to Beria to Yetzirah to Asiyah, there's successive Tzimtzumim on every level, but there has to be a Pesach, there has to be an opening for the lower level to receive from the higher level, and that Pesach is generally called Malchus. It's known, the Gematria, that the expansion of the name Adnus, Aleph Dalet Nun Yud, where you write out every letter with this component Hebrew letters, Aleph Lamed Pei, Dalet Lamed Taf, Nun Vav Nun, Yud Vav Dalet. When you write that out, you get the same gematria as the Aramaic word Ta'ara, Taf Ayin Reish Aleph, which is a gateway. So the Malchus, the level of Malchus, which is expressed by the name of Adnus, is itself the gateway, letting a muted, dimmed, more contracted level of the light of the higher levels come to the other levels. And so it is that Romchal explains to us the various aspects of the temple building. When he comes to the courtyard, the courtyards have very specific gateways, some of them pointing inwards, some of them pointing outwards. The gateways have chambers by the side of them. From reading the text of Yechezkel, first of all, it would be extremely difficult to understand exactly what these side chambers look like. You have to really work on the Mephoroshim of the Psukim to get it out. With Ramchal, it's simple, because once you have his 5 parakim, his 5 chapters, you can see the whole plan of the temple. It's clear what Ezekiel's talking about. But in the Mishnah Elyon, he then explains why do these gates have to have these chambers, because as the light comes out, and it wants to go back, and it comes around into these chambers, and it's precisely in these chambers that the light becomes concentrated and focused. And since just 1 week ago on this Best Midrash, I spoke on the Likutei Moharan Terach Chof Dalet. We spoke there about the 9 hecholos, the 9 chambers. We can, in the light of Ramchal's explanation, for those of you here last Tuesday night, when he spoke about the knocking of the Machshava against the Kach HaMesader, and he said out of that comes these 9 chambers. This is very much ties up with Ramchal's explanation of how the light has to get concentrated and focused for it to come downwards. So the book is here. I see there's still quite a number of copies on the table. Don't let this opportunity go by without getting your copy or copies for your dear ones. This is mamish. Nobody knows how precious this book really is. I would like to say a word about the actual korbanos, but before I do that, I'd like to just make a point that I think will help us to understand why this book